all worried about your head, but what about your balls? I mean, you've been stapling them to your legs. Now, is there a technique that you have to preserve the skin? Do you know exactly where you can do that?
It's all about skincare.
Yeah.
You know?
Welcome to your mom's house.
Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by Saatva, SAATVA.com/the shit. Go there and get $200 off any mattress of your choice. I'm a huge fan. I've slept on all of them. You got to try one.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
like this, you know what I'm saying? My mom now.
You know what I'm saying?
By that same French excellence.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
The mayor of Know What I'm Saying.
Yeah, he wants to be the mayor. Here we go.
you know what I'm saying?
Like this, you know what I'm saying?
Please give me cock.
You know what I'm saying?
Pull off the purposes.
Honestly,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
please give me.
you know what I'm saying?
Like this, you know what I'm saying?
Anyone understand this?
So good.
What's up? Feeling fresh?
You're really flaunting that new do.
Yeah,
You're
you know what
feeling it.
happened? Like, a little over a year ago,
Yeah.
I paid about $37,000 to have a hair transplant procedure done.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't happy with like the style, the look, the cut. They could actually manufacture the hair color,
Yeah.
everything. And I don't know, it just made me feel insecure. I wanted a look that felt more genuine to me. And so what I did was I went back there and I was like, give me options. They made me pay another $38,000.
No. Well, it was worth every penny. You look stunning.
Yeah.
And I think it's the exact perfect shade of dark brown that it really washes out your complexion. Gives you that nice pasty look.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels right. I think it's a really cool, just like style. Like if I naturally could grow full head of hair, I think I would do this. So that's why I did it, you know?
Well, it's kind of cool because I feel like you're a trendsetter in all ways. Like people know you for your shoe style or just for your clean clothing.
Yeah.
And now you're like a trendsetter, and I think people are going to start cutting their hair like Tom Segura now.
Yeah, some
You know?
people like stopped me and they were saying, No Country for Old Men, know, and what is it, Segura, like the character who's like
Javier Bardem.
Yeah, he's like call it,
Yeah.
heads, call it. Do you feel lucky? Like all that, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I get it. I have Iberian heritage, and he does look cool as fuck in that.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Well, but yours is a modified. I think what you did was you took Javier's look and then you gave it an 80s twist. You're also a little Stranger Things.
Right.
Like you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like you
Sure.
kind of put a new twist on it, which is really cool and fresh. It's a fresh take.
It is like the whole thing is everybody's like, you look like.
You look so good.
Some people are actually coming up to me and they're going, what did you do different?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I know that some people have that if they get a good facelift. Like some people go like, did you just go on vacation? You look so rested.
That's kind of nice too. It's kind of a cool look. Similar to the Javier Bardem look.
Yeah.
It's so good. It really frames your face. It really frames it. It's really nice.
You making fun of me?
Never.
Okay.
Yeah. It just is so, it's so surprising.
Well, here's the thing.
It just changes you, you know?
I don't care what anybody, like what your walk of life is. When you feel confident about something, it's really nice.
You're going to like the way you look.
I do like the way I look. I'm up to like 73 grand right now.
Oh, and hair plugs? Yeah. Well, that last look was really neat, but this one's way worth it.
Yeah.
You're going to keep this for life, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. You'll never see me lose this look. Are you ready to open this show?
I'm so ready.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on, let's be honest. American women are fatter than ever. And it is disgusting. Now, to be fair, American men are fatter than ever. There's no doubt about it. But the American women have taken it to another level. And it's time that we bring back fat shaming. Yes, I said it, and I don't give a shit if you don't like it. Because being nice about it is not changing things.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Yeah.
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura.
Mom, Segura.
Christina Pajitsin.
Oh, wow. Look at it go. Go. Oh. Yeah, get it. So good. Meow. Yeah, dog. Yeah. Feels nice, right?
Women are pigs.
Yeah. Chicks are getting fatter and fatter.
Than
What's up with that?
Ever. It is so gross.
But it's cool that guys call it out, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
It is disgusting.
because I mean, it's like for so long, women have been getting a hall pass on their appearance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it's like, it's time to bring awareness to like, chicks need to doll up.
Yeah. It's true.
We've been allowed to be pigs for so long.
I would say that as a society,
Yeah.
I'm not saying as a society, people have gotten really comfortable with being really out of shape.
I know.
Like society has been like, look, being 400 pounds just kind of happens.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, I think too, what we learned with our Sports Illustrated model, like accepting it now as a thing. Like you can be fat. We're not going to shame you.
No, it's great. We're going to celebrate
pretty. Yeah. Like just do you, bro.
Well, it's like, I don't know that there's other countries where you can go to so many stores and be like, I can't, it's hard to walk. And then they're like, take a scoot. Take a scoot through the store.
I know.
And you're just like, scoot. Meep. Scoot. Like
Or
that.
Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you're like, this is so scary.
Right. I feel like if you arrived
God.
in Milan and you're like, walking's hard, they'd be like, yeah, just sit then. Because we don't have.
They don't accommodate that.
Yeah, we don't accommodate, Do you mean you need a wheelchair? Like you're late? No. It's walking's hard. Like,
You mean you're handicapped? No, I'm super fat.
Yeah.
Remember when we got fat in Africa?
Yeah.
When we were eating steaks at like midnight every night
Every
for
day.
2 weeks?
Yes.
And we just had to buy like,
The biggest pants in Africa.
I had to find, I had to find like a US 10.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. Remember we were like,
I went to the
We couldn't even
department store
find it.
and I was like, what's the other side? Next side. They're like, this is the biggest size we have. There's nothing bigger than this. And I was like, this is the biggest size you have? And they're like, there's nothing larger in the country of South Africa than what you're holding right now, sir. And I was like, that's not good.
and we went to their Walmart. We did not go to we went to the place where fat people go.
Fat people go, yeah. Yeah. Holy cow. Are you really?
In China, when I went to China to buy clothes, I was like, XXL, please. And they're like, I was like, what? And they're like, here's what you'll fit in. And it was like a 5 or a 6XL.
Whoa.
Yeah.
If you also, the other people that'll get you on that is like European stuff.
Yeah,
You
Euro
go to
stuff.
like a really high-end Italian designer stuff, it is not cut like American stuff.
Oh, Prada, they don't make size 8, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's 6 and below.
I bought a t-shirt from one of those very nice Italian men's clothing companies, I was a 4X. I was a 4X last month. I don't mean like when I was at my fattest. Last month, they're like, I was like 4X. They pulled it out, and it just felt like a regular, like a American large.
I know. When I went to South Korea years ago, my titty size, they don't even carry the bra that I would need in South Korea. It was fucking crazy. Well, yeah, what? They got hungry little Korean titties? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm trying to say you don't see a lot of big old Korean milkers.
No.
No.
But like, why are we so much bigger than them?
I don't know. We should mention that we switched our chairs out.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we're just fucking.
Well, with new hair, new chairs. Who dis?
Yeah.
That's what they say now. Right?
I don't even have that chair no more.
No. Well, how are you gonna? We gotta flail your hair. Does it feel so good to have hair?
I'll be honest. I used some of the money we got for the chairs to buy for my hair, pay my hair.
Those were nice chairs.
They were nice chairs.
Like $10,000 a piece. But Tom, doesn't it feel nice to feel the wind in your hair again?
Oh, it feels great.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
I feel like I'm 15. It's fucking fantastic. Do you want to see the rest of what this guy says?
I do. Yeah,
It is pretty inspiring.
Now, look, if you want to kill yourself, put the bullets in the gun, pull the trigger. Stop eating yourself to death because you're a coward. Or get your ass on a fucking treadmill and do something about, I'm going to report you. This is horrible. No, you're going to sit there and take it. Or you're going to change your life and fix yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be in an early grave. And to be honest, it makes me sick.
Makes him sick. I think he's walking through an apartment complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting choice to make it there.
I grew up in one just like
his
that.
His neighbors are probably like, oh, there's Kevin again doing one of his vids. Just walking around, he yells at his camera.
Why do you think he's so mad at fat chicks?
I don't know. Maybe like that's the only one who's paying attention to him or something.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want you.
Maybe he went out. Maybe he's like, I got to find a girl, and he's gone out a few times and just seen overweight women or something.
Yeah,
and he's just like, the fuck,
man.
Yeah,
chicks.
So sick of these fucking huge bitches. Yeah.
Yeah. But it is true in like Europe, I mean, and where, Peru and stuff, don't they fat shame the shit out of you?
Oh my God.
You can't be
like immediately,
Yeah.
and they don't do it kindly or gently. They're like, you are getting very fat. Do you know that? And you're like, They're like, you have to lose weight. It's disgusting. You're going to die. Why do you have breasts?
Yeah.
They're very aggressive.
They shame you really quick, dude. All my European relatives
And also they do it
so skinny.
at like 10 pounds overweight. They're like, you're really fat. And
Oh,
you're like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In France, I don't know if I've said this before. I was reading that book, French Women Don't Get Fat.
Uh-huh.
And you have to go to a specialty store to buy size 10 and over. Like, they don't even carry it.
In regular stores.
You have to go to like the big and tall outlet type of thing.
There is a really good case
crazy.
made for shaming people.
Well, it works. So that's what I'm saying. In France, they're way
You're like, I want to
skinnier.
go to regular stores. And they're like, stop being so fat then, pig. Yeah. Yeah. I just want to shop where everyone shops.
Do you remember Manuel Uribe, the world's fattest man?
Of course.
I mean, he's dead now.
Yeah.
But remember what he said? He's like, I come from Mexico. He's like, I was there my whole life.
Yeah.
But then I came to America and I found
Cheeseburgers, and hot dogs, and pizza. And,
we made this guy fat. America made this guy fat.
Yeah. He ended up weighing over 1,000 pounds.
Poor baby.
And he went over he started in the States. He came over, he was like 260.
Yeah.
Then he came back 330. And then it just went up from there.
They had nice teeth. Look at those chompers.
He did have, and he had a real joy about life. He's like, I like to dance. I like to go out and feel good.
I know. I miss Manuel Uribe.
I like brushing my hair.
Yeah.
He'd brush his hair and be like, I feel good. I look good today.
Yeah.
He had like a really healthy outlook for somebody that shouldn't. Yeah.
And his girl took good care of him. Remember, she powdered him like the dye stuff.
Oh yeah, she powdered his bean bag, and
Yeah.
then she was like, he likes to eat, and I just have to feed him.
Yeah. Yeah, I got no choice. I
He's
gotta
always
feed him. I'm so hungry.
No shit, this guy.
God, I wish I could be that fat.
Oh,
I wish I could just let myself go. Like if I could pick one thing
Yeah.
where you're just allowed to do, I don't know though, what would you choose? Heroin or eating?
Oh.
Like if there's no consequences, would you dissociate with food or with heroin?
Well, eating like a fucking pig and having no side effects would be pretty fucking amazing.
So good.
it's more useful to the rest of your life because you can still live the rest of your life normally.
You could
heroin definitely feels better.
Yeah.
Like heroin is the shit, and I would never talk bad about heroin.
I know,
but I don't think you can do much else. You know what I mean?
You're just like your whole life shuts down.
Everything shuts down, which again, cool. I'm cool with that. But
but your kids would really hate you. They're gonna hate you.
They would grow up hating me.
Yeah,
and I'd be like, "Fuck you! You didn't."
Yeah, you just inject heroin and then forget about those bad feelings.
You guys. Do you remember? I don't know what the story is here, but we saw this lady a little while ago.
Hey, Instagram, I'm brand new. Never freaking been on ever before. And this is just me driving home here in the Mesa.
Kirsten.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, Kirsten.
There is a lot going on. If you're listening, that was her introduction video, and she has a couple more than a few missing toofies.
Yeah.
Like her toofuses are not all there.
Yeah.
But she has like a positive kind of vibe going on.
Well, she likes fun. She lives out in the desert. She's got that cool golf cart. Like
I got fascinated by it. And if you if you go to her Instagram page, yeah, you know, she's posting more stuff. What's the latest post? What's that one right there? It just says, wish me luck. Where's she going? Does it say?
Not saying. Brian.
Is that second word
of
teeth? Oh,
awesome.
Okay, so go to the page, the GoFundMe part. Yeah. Confidence. She's looking to get. She's raising money. Okay, trying to get.
She's
15 grand to pay for it.
there.
Anyway, we I don't know. I just stumbled on this. I saw this, and now I'm just super curious. So we're gonna call her. We have her number here, and.
Hey, sorry I missed your call. Please leave a message and I'll call you back.
All right.
She gave 2 numbers.
Okay. That's
so far so good. I think I know how this call's going to go.
On point.
This is usually how this begins.
Something about the cool circle that we find.
Yeah. It's always like, it's never just hello.
Yeah.
It's never easy. It's like, we got to call back 10 times.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
Let's see.
And it's not like it's a surprise that we're going to call her. She knows the time.
Hi, you've reached your
Yeah.
Okay.
They always know.
Okay.
Hey, but not out of character. I mean,
No, it's spot on.
consistent. Yeah. If not consistent.
We did at least get the right number there. 'Cause that was her phone.
We did, and we
either call me or Steve. I'll have one of them on me. Okay.
Ooh, the holidays are coming as fast as Robert Paul's champagne. And let me tell you, don't go to the post office. Why are you doing that? Especially if you've listened to your mom's house, you know that we love Stamps.com. Stamps.com has all the needs of the post office, but you do it right at your desk. No lines, no hassle, no traffic. It's the 24/7 post office that you can access from anywhere. Stamps.com is your one-stop shop for all your shipping and mailing needs. And now they have UPS services with discounted rates up to 86% off. Use Stamps.com to print postage wherever you do business. All you need is a computer and a printer. And if you need a package pickup, you can easily schedule it through your Stamps.com dashboard. Rates are constantly changing. With Stamps.com's Switch and Save feature, you can easily compare carriers and rates, so you know you're getting the best deal every time. Get ahead of the holiday chaos this year. Get started with Stamps.com today. Sign up at Stamps.com/mom for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com/mom.
Basketball season is set to tip off this week. This past offseason had plenty of storylines, but nothing compares to the excitement of a new season. So why not add a little fun into the mix? Today's sponsor, DraftKings Sportsbook, is dishing out an awesome offer for all their new customers. All new customers need to do is sign up using promo code MOM. Bet $5 on any pregame moneyline wager and receive an additional $200 in free bets if your bet cashes. Plus, with same-game parlays, you can combine multiple bets from the same game to give yourself a shot at even bigger winnings all season long. For those in a state where sports betting is not yet available, don't forget about DraftKings Daily Fantasy, where they have been innovating even more ways to win some cash this basketball season. I am so ready for all the excitement of a new NBA season. I want to see some Ja Morant highlights, which means I just want a direct feed from wherever the Grizzlies are every game. I want to see the drama happening in Golden State. I want to see if the Lake Show can do anything different. I want to see what's going to go on with the Nets this year, whether that's going to be a real threat or not. Look, there's a lot of storylines. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code MOM and receive $200 in free bets if their pregame moneyline bet hits after placing a $5 wager. That's promo code MOM only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
I'm just curious about, it's funny because she is, wants to smile and feel calm about her teeth. I just got new hair. I just feel like kind of a connection.
You're feeling like a makeover vibes.
I feel makeover
positive.
vibes. Yeah.
Good for you. It's nice. Feels good to have good hair. Can I tell you what I did this week while you were gone? Our younger boy was sick. And anyway, we were watching television in the master bedroom. Oh, you're not supposed to say that anymore. The master. You could call it.
It has
is it now?
It has slavery connotations.
Yeah.
I don't know, main bedroom. I don't know.
The main mommy room.
Primary.
The primary. And so we were watching. Anyway, the remote stops working, and I flip it over to the other remote. You know how it is, like when you have TV is so much more confusing now.
Now that things are super developed technology. TV is not just like, you used to just like pull a thing.
Yeah.
Like now it's, they're like, there's no buttons left on the TV. And you're like, well, how do you do it? And they're like, just code it right. What?
I know.
Yeah.
So whatever, it's the weekend, I'm tired. And I just give up. Like the kid's sick. I've been dealing with him all weekend. I don't have the energy.
So the TV stays on.
So essentially I go to sleep with the TV on because I do look for the manual switch, but because our TV is positioned just so, as Leo would say, or what does he say? I'm built
in such a way.
And he's built in such a way, the TV, that there's like a box and I can't even reach my hand behind it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I give up. So I fall asleep with the TV on all night. Like, and then it's going to the island, it's going to Scotland, it's going to whatever.
And it's bright as shit.
It's bright as shit. Room. The kid's sleeping next to me, like, Mommy, can we turn off the TV? I'm sick. And I'm like, I don't know how. I'm so sorry, baby. I go, just cover your eyes. I put a sleep mask on. Like, I've surrendered to the television just being on.
Yeah.
And it stays on for like 2 days. And the next night I wear the eye mask. Mommy, it's bright. And then finally I have this idea. I'm like, what if, on a weird thing, what if the remote control is just low on battery? And I change the batteries and it fucking works. And
wow.
I feel like the dumbest thing. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I'm the dumbest human that ever lived. I cannot believe I did. I put my sick child through it too.
Before.
Where you're just like, I can't, I couldn't muster the energy.
I've yelled at the remote before. Fucking stupid fucking thing.
Oh, I know you have.
Yeah.
I've watched it and I've been like, I'm out of here. I'm just going to tiptoe away. I got to figure this shit out.
I changed the batteries and I'm like,
Oh, yeah. So that was amazing. And then I had a Pajitsky effect. I had this similar one you did a while ago. So I was going on trail hikes now around Austin, and I did one, and I was like, oh, this is like way short. This is too short. I got to go find another trail to get on. I'm sorry. Is this too exciting for you, the story?
Sorry. I yawned. I'm sorry.
This is my life story.
Oh, stop.
So anyway, I'm on a trail and I'm like, this trail is too short. I should go find another one to walk. And then I was like, oh, I could walk the same trail like 2 or 3 times.
It's like when I
stupid
walked up the hill and I realized like I didn't need to find a bigger hill. I could just walk up the hill again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And then Sean was like, you can walk it up it like 10, 15 times. And I was like, oh, man, that would suck. And he's like, right. That's why you could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I will say this. Yeah, that was pretty cool that you discovered that.
Yeah.
Another thing that's pretty cool is that Dahmer series on Netflix is pretty fucking rad.
I know you stayed up until midnight last night, really into it.
I'm trying to get through
midnight. And you were watching it, I noticed, quietly so that you could really enjoy it. Is that what was going on? You were doing the closed captioning?
Yeah.
So.
Well, but also I got to the episode where he kills a deaf guy. So
yeah,
there's a lot of closed captioning in that one.
That's kind of neat that he killed a deaf guy.
It is kind of cool. It is cool. You know, I gotta say, he was rascally. If you're gonna like his whole life.
Oh boy.
You know, as a killer, he got one thing so right.
What's that?
Well, I mean the shittiest part after you kill somebody is you have to deal with a body.
It's the hardest part.
And people are always trying to, dispose of bodies.
Yeah.
You got that Shawcroft guy, Green River Kill. What do? They dump the body into a river, right? Because what are you going to do with a body? And the fact that this guy had the forethought and the really the courage to dismember these bodies, dissolve the skin. Then he would put the bones in the oven so they would dry out.
No kidding.
And then beat them with a hammer so they'd turn into powder.
Oh.
So as far as like getting rid of evidence, he was so good at it. The problem was he couldn't part with the fact of like not keeping some sort of trophy. So then he started to keep skulls, femurs, genitalia, hands.
How does he keep the genitalia?
He cut it out of the guy, and he kept it in the refrigerator, like the last one that they found. And so it must have been kept at like some temperature. Maybe it was wrapped in something too. If he were able to part with those mementos, when that cop came in, when they came in because the man had Cleveland, I think, had returned and said, this man tried to kill me. And they found Polaroids. That's how he was eventually. They found Polaroids of bodies being dismembered. And they realized that they were real photos. If he could have not had that, and if he didn't have trophies in his house, he would have been able to do this forever.
Yep.
And I'm sure he regrets that.
I know. And I think in your mind, I wonder, I'm just curious, if this is a story about a guy who just wanted to live life his way.
Oh, he definitely did.
Yeah, and everybody was just like, no, you can't do stuff. No.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to do his own thing.
He's saying, let me do what I want to do.
Yeah.
He knew what he did was horrible, though.
He had awareness because he would bring it up to that. But hold on, before we go here, what's interesting about these guys, they always get caught revisiting the scene of the crime because they always want to relive it, right?
Some guys, yeah.
Yeah, and then this too of keeping the memento.
Yeah.
Memento, and a diary. Like, this is why I don't write stuff down, because you don't want people to know. You just got to enjoy it in your mind, right?
Yeah.
Keep it in your head.
Keep it in the head.
So he told, I did wake up. It was really neat as I was sleeping and not feeling well to wake up to parts of Jeffrey Dahmer talking to his dad or whatever. And he would trying to tell his dad, like, hey, I have these weird thoughts. I have weird feelings.
And his dad was like, gay stuff?
Yeah. I think they were just worried that he was a homo.
Yeah, they were like,
before anything else.
Let's not talk about that. And he's like, no, they're pretty dark.
Yeah.
The show, people should know this, though, as with all compelling, dramatic, good television, it's not 100% accurate,
That's a real bummer.
I know, it's a dramatization,
like
like, for instance, Dahmer's neighbor the one they depicted in the show, smelling the smell through the wall.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't live next door. She lived down the street. It wasn't like that woman was a different, you know.
I like that you know all these details and you're like a purist. You're like a Jeffrey Dahmer purist. And you don't like when they mess up his story. Give me the real deets.
Well, it's just,
I get it.
No, it's important to know because people can watch a show like this and think that every moment is fact.
Yeah,
right?
you don't
Because
want that.
It has a lot of facts. No,
Right.
it does have a lot of facts. But things are drama, you know, it's made to be compelling television.
Mhm.
So it's just one of those things where if you sorry, the Cleveland name was the neighbor. Yeah. Yeah. So
It's like when I watch my show about Elizabeth, the Queen of England, I know the real facts, then they dramatize it and I get a little upset too. I'm like, that's not true. She did not have lovers. You know what I mean? She was in fact a virgin and stuff like that.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you have an interest. It's a fun show for you to be into.
It's Ryan Murphy. He does, you know, I think he did the American Crime Story stuff. Those were all great. The Simpson one, the Versace one. I want to say Netflix gave him $300 million.
What?
As an overall deal. I'm pretty sure.
Dang.
It's pretty crazy.
They just knew it would be a hit, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn, 300 million. Well, it's clearly bringing you and many people a lot of joy.
It's been the #1 streaming show on there for a minute. Yeah.
I mean, if it didn't give me horrific nightmares and fear, I would watch something like this. But I think I'm very susceptible to like.
There's a lot of.
I don't like it.
There's a lot of great dude bodies in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bathhouses and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, because it's like the gay scene, you know. So.
Yeah, they're all so much hotter than straight guys.
So much hotter. All the bodies are ridiculous.
I know. You know what's funny? My
Dude,
one of my
the craziest thing,
What?
by the way, is that when he takes that guy, he drugs a guy, and then he wakes up because he had drugged himself accidentally too. And he wakes up and he didn't realize that he killed the guy in a blackout. He's like, "Oh fuck!"
LOLs, big laugh on the show, huh?
He beat the fuck out of the guy in his blackout. It's pretty crazy.
I don't know if you guys noticed the lipstick I'm wearing. Anyway, my lipstick came in. Christina P's perfect shade of red. I'm wearing it now. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Try it out if you're interested. I love it. It doesn't dry your lips. The shade is impeccable. The quality is perfect. I love it. It is truly the perfect shade of red.
Dahmer didn't know.
Oh, fuck.
If what he had done that night was really something he had done, you know, because he just had no recollection of it.
Yeah.
It's one of the only murders he doesn't claim.
Well,
he says he must have done it.
Right.
This is in real life. It's on the show, but it's in real life. He said he must have done it.
Right.
But he's like, I have no recollection.
Well,
of
it's like, yeah, if you have no recollection of it, did you enjoy it? You didn't really do it. You know what I mean? You have to have some recollection and enjoyment.
He
of
had
the
memories
thing.
of all the other ones.
Yeah.
And the first one he did claim in real life, as in the show, that it was an accident.
Oh, please.
No, really.
That he cuts off their dicks on accident?
No. The first time he killed somebody, it was like he had picked up this hitchhiker and took him home. And he basically was trying to hit on the guy. The guy, I don't think, was gay. They got into some type of argument and he hit him with like a weight. But he wasn't like, I am trying to murder. Like he just like hit him and then was like, oh fuck. I just hit this guy in the head with a weight. And then he was like, you know, he accidentally fucked him up. And then he's like, oh shit. And then he realized he had to dispose of that body. This was like a good, oh, okay, I can do this. You know, it was like, you're capable of more than you think you are.
Right.
You know?
It is kind of a triumphant story.
In a way it is.
Yeah.
In a way it is.
I think
It's
I can.
like-
I know I can.
It's like you ever see like these disabled people that run marathons,
Yeah.
and you're like, how the fuck did they do that? And, like,
Right.
it's mind over matter.
Mind over matter.
And he realized he could get rid of that body.
Yeah.
You know, and then he started to do it more for fun.
Yeah. I mean, you have to imagine the desire is so strong to actually act on it. That horrible impulse.
Yes.
You really have to be so driven
And do you know
to do it.
what
Gosh.
else is like really unique? Because this
Yeah.
would have made you throw up.
Okay.
Is that the smell?
Yeah.
The smell of decomposing flesh is so, I mean, repulsive, repugnant, and just you cannot mistake it. Everybody who works in like crime scenes, police, they all talk about just how horrifying and how the smell stays with you. It like is burned into you. People who have discovered bodies say the same thing. It's like, we are programmed as human beings to have the smell be alarming. It's an alarming, it's supposed to make you go like something's happened.
I don't want that. Yeah.
And he would just have decomposing flesh in his apartment and home and just be like, making eggs, la, and just be like able to live like that. And like something in your brain has to.
But it made his dick hard, right?
Well, I don't know that the smell did, but it did make his dick hard to kill people and fuck their body parts.
Sure. Did he have sex with the men before he killed them and then after?
Usually
just
not.
After.
So he would drug them and strangle them and then like lay with them and then dismember them and then like fuck their chest cavity or their hands.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a wild dude.
That's wild.
He was not your everyday guy.
He would do their chest cavity,
He would
like
just
the bloody.
He loved the blood, and he would fuck their body parts even after they were severed.
How do you watch this? Like, how does this not upset you? This doesn't upset you? No,
great.
you're so oh my god! Like, I'm glad it was the deaf episode because I don't want to hear any of this.
Oh, the deaf one is really
is
sad.
Terrible.
Because they really kind of bond you to the deaf character.
Yeah, thanks.
They give you his back. They don't just like introduce him at the club.
Mhm.
They show you him as a baby.
Oh boy.
And then they show you him like kind of talking about his dreams and aspirations.
I think
It really, they break you down on that one. Brian Murphy, good job. Yeah. You want to call Kristen back, see what she's up to?
Dude, okay.
Hi, you've reached your show.
Very cool.
Please leave me a message.
This was all set up, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe she changed her mind,
Yeah. People do.
Maybe she listened to this podcast
Yeah.
and was like, I don't know. Well, I know that you love serial killers. And
I don't love serial killers.
Oh, okay. And I was wondering if you saw this, someone sent this to me, that I look like a really cool girl. If you would bring that up for me, Native.
Okay.
I mean, I do think I look a lot like this chick, Myra Hindley.
Yeah.
You heard of her?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hold on. Ready, Tom?
Yeah.
She's Eastern European, I think.
Yeah.
No, she's English, but she was the Moore murders. They killed children, she and this dude.
Oof.
Yeah, but I mean, we share an aesthetic, definitely. It's so weird.
Oof.
He's got his
What does
hair
it say
on
there?
his
The
tits.
one up to the left there, it says admitted she was. Oh, she understood right from wrong. That's what it's saying.
Oh, dear.
Okay. That's good.
It feels
You
good.
guys have kind of a.
Oh, yeah. I mean, usually when people send me things like, you look like this person, I'm
Same.
like,
You're
no,
like, no.
This chick and I are,
Speaking of.
Jeez.
Yeah. Have you seen the fantastic artwork being done? I was sent some and I was so blown away by the talent out there.
Mm-hmm.
These are, I guess somebody is saying that they were doing Garth Brooks artwork.
Oh, wow. That's
Look
really
at that.
nice.
Isn't that something? And then if you page through it, wow. Look at that.
Yeah. If you're not watching this show on YouTube,
What, I don't know, is he singing in his hands there or what he's doing, but
this is great artwork, Tom.
that one is,
Wow.
it is, it's very cool. Ooh.
Oh.
That is really tip top. That's my favorite one. I think. The teeth and the look in his eyes. It's so disturbing.
That one's cool, Tom.
Yeah, really good.
Oh.
Saga friends.
Oh, the teeth are neat on that one.
So's the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but these are very unique. Very.
I like that one. He's eating a chip or something.
Yeah.
A bloody chip.
And
nice.
he wrote, very unexpected and upsetting. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of ruined my day when I saw
It
this.
did.
Yeah, it's ruining my day right now.
It's very scary.
Yeah.
It's genuinely terrifying stuff. And I feel like it's a real peek into that guy's head, you know.
Which guy? This guy? I don't know what's going on.
How you doing, everybody? Sure, pal. Yeah.
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 Boy,
but
that's really neat artwork, Tom.
it is kind of cool artwork.
Ay, ay, ay.
Did it freak you out too?
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, oh, cool. It looks like Tom's having a fun time. Very disturbing. It's like these just look like just so many extra layers of skin, like something went wrong during pregnancy, like just defects. Just defects.
It does. That
Like,
one
look at
is
that.
so
I
upsetting.
can't believe I liked this. I take it back. I de-like it.
You de-like it?
Well, I liked it when you showed me yesterday on your phone. You were so excited. You were like, hey, sweetie, look at this cool art.
Yeah.
And these weren't exactly the ones you showed me. You showed me some sillier ones, like he's just pudgy and naked and stuff, not the blood. Like, you didn't show me this. This is burn victim Garth. And I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I think it's great. It's cool artwork. That's all. I'm trying to imagine somebody going like, hey, Garth, they have an art exhibit honoring you. It's in a big New York City place, too. He's like, well, me and Miss Ewart are going to go check that out. And then he walks through and he's like, he's like, what the fuck is this?
And
they're like, it's artwork about you, man.
It would be great if we could put together, what is like an art show?
Yeah.
And like make these and make a big stink, like a publicity thing about it.
Yeah.
And invite Garth. That would be really fun.
Would you like to see art that is just honoring you? Artists who are a huge fan of yours. Just shit like this. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You'd be like, there's kind of a weird theme going on.
That one is just the pubic hair with no genitalia. Or is it a vagina? It's just like a heavy pube. And the blood. I don't know why you had to incorporate blood in every single one. Because can I tell you, I would LOL more without blood.
Oh.
I feel like the blood.
I think that's where we're different.
Yeah. That's where I know we're different.
Oh my God.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucked up.
Remember when, yeah.
It is definitely disturbing.
What if you had to tell your parents, like, hey, I have these messed up feelings. Like, I wanna like not only have sex with dudes, and then I want to cut their bodies up and fuck their chest cavities.
Yeah,
like,
he said in later interviews, he was like, I was having these thoughts at like 14, 15.
Yikes, yeah.
And he was like, they were so horrifying that I knew I couldn't share them with people.
Sure.
You know, because they would be like, what, why, and when? And he was just like, these were cooking in me for a while.
He knew. So he knew it was, yeah, obviously
he knew he was fucked
concealed
up.
it.
Yeah, of course.
Because how do you, like, as a parent, when your child comes to you, like, how the fuck are you supposed to be like, sure, okay, well, I love you.
And he had this real,
go see a counselor.
old school Christian upbringing. Where
Plus,
they were
it was like the 80s, right?
Well,
70s.
70s.
So homosexuality was not well received yet.
Yeah, they were just like, you're a homosexual?
Yeah, that would be the leading story versus the I want to fuck chest cavities, right?
Yeah.
They'd be more worried about him being gay.
And people were mortified of like, they were like, just, well, look, you need to pray more, all right?
Could you imagine? Hold on, I have
Yeah.
to go pee really bad.
Okay.
I drank a lot of smoothies.
God, this is so funny. And you peed.
I did. It was really good. I pushed so hard and it all came out.
Do you feel like it's time to maybe, give a huge congratulations to,
Yes.
yeah.
I know who. Ilaria Baldwin had her 7th baby.
Isn't that wild?
With Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, that
Good
is pretty
job.
crazy.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
so crazy. It's so crazy. And like, I know you're not supposed to judge people, but I judge. It's a lot. It's a lot of kids.
Felicidades a Hilaria y a los otros, toda la familia, pero a los hijos que ya has tenido y al nuevo, por supuesto. Mira, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So crazy.
Qué belleza.
Dude, he's so old too. Like how...
¿Y cómo se llama el nuevo? El bebito se llama...
The new one?
Yeah.
I don't know. Something Latin probably, yeah?
Of course. Ru?
Oh my gosh.
This, what up, Baldwinito? Was a dream team. And to Ru Shoots. Ru Shoots?
Oh, that's the photographer.
Oh. We don't know the name of this new guy?
I mean, she really just cranks these out. She's been pregnant for over an entire decade.
I feel like she announces them and has them so quickly.
So quickly. But I know she had a surrogate on the one before this.
So she gave birth to Hilaria Catalina Irina Baldwin. Wow.
Okay.
Well, Catalina, Hilaria. I mean, Hilaria is like this is all very spickish, you know.
Super spicky.
Yeah.
And she started her life as Hillary from Boston. And now she's Hilaria. It's fucking wild.
It is wild. Also, here's my prediction. This is what I was going to tell you. I didn't tell you. My prediction?
Yeah.
Not done.
Not done. No.
I promise you. You know why?
Yeah.
I think she is a little bit, like, not a little bit, very much addicted to making babies.
Oh,
and
yeah.
having them and the whole thing and the show that goes with them. And I think she's going to have that poor bastard, he's in his 60s, the guy.
I know.
Right? Alec is in his, is he well into his 60s?
Yeah. No, he's probably 70 now, isn't he?
No, but he
Good
is.
He's
64.
Ay,
64.
ay. That's tough. But I will say, because I love her account and I follow her very closely, is that she really loves the process of pregnancy.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to stop.
She wears stilettos 9 months pregnant for date night. She's always doing leg lifts.
She's 38. She's got another couple in her.
And planking, you know, 8 months pregnant. Like, she's really devoted to this process. But I mean, the thing they never show is like, how many nannies do they have? They've got to have nannies on nannies, right? There's no way.
They have help for sure.
There's no way.
They definitely have help.
He ain't doing anything. He's 64.
I mean, he's out working. He's shooting stuff.
I know. So I'm saying
people.
she is not raising this kid. Yeah, people too.
Yeah.
No kid.
I mean, I think he just settled the lawsuit with the...
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he get out of it?
I don't know criminally. I know that I think the suit was settled.
That's terrible. That whole thing, man.
Oh, it's terrible.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Gosh, I wouldn't be able to sleep for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah. He fucking shot somebody. Killed him.
Zoinks.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna have more kids.
Yeah. What's going on there? How do you think he cannot? I mean, you.
So he's 64, which means when that one that was just born goes to high school, he will be 82.
Oh my God.
If he's alive.
If he's alive. By the time he's in kindergarten, he's in his what?
Yeah, 70. Yeah, it's very old.
I mean, you and I are old parents. We're in our 40s and we have a 4 and a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
It's exhausting just having 2. You know how loud our house is?
It's so crazy. They fucked that house up so quickly.
So bad.
And so badly every day.
They just put a hole in the wall downstairs.
You put 4 more. They did?
Yeah. I went down there. I'm like, who the fuck put a hole in this wall? They just like threw something down the stairs, like a toy, and it ricocheted and it hit the fucking wall. And there's another hole in their bedroom wall. There's 2 new holes.
Yeah, that's 2. That's 2 kids.
Crazy.
2 boys.
2 boys.
If you had 7 kids in the house, though.
How do you don't sleep? I mean, we barely sleep, and we have like 2 kids that are out of infancy. If they get sick, forget it. Then that means you not only, when one kid gets sick, they all get sick. So these guys
that's
are
how many he has with
always
her.
in it.
But he also has
Oh,
he has
yeah.
a child with Kim Basinger, however you say it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know how this woman does it. And like
That's old stuff.
as a woman, the postpartum era is like the worst. Like
So
for
maybe
me,
that's
it's the
why
worst.
she just goes right back though, right?
She stays in it because she must enjoy that hormonal like
boost
up and down, or I don't know, dude. That to me, it's the worst time of my life. Was
It's gotta
after
be
having a
a
baby.
certain point where these kids are all going to be like, you know, in school, and she's going to be like, "Holy shit! Look how many kids we fucking made." Like she's not.
I don't know.
Registering it. It feels like, right?
8 kids total, like that Alec Baldwin has.
Alex, he had 1 before, and then he's had 7 with her.
It's wild, dude.
That is wild. It's wild to do it at that age. It is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely a choice.
Yeah. He's still busting nuts though. Good
He
for
is,
him.
yeah. That
Yeah.
Baldwin sperm is strong.
Strong.
Dude. I love watching her exercise 8 months pregnant. It's the fucking craziest thing to see.
Some people can just do it, man.
Do it. She
Yeah,
looks
real
great.
quick, right before we go to lunch, let's call
Oh my God.
let's call her again. Just so we can be consistent. It'll be a good way to take our lunch break.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, you've reached Kirsten.
I got excited.
Leave me a message and I will get back to
She
you.
knows.
Okay.
She's made a choice.
Well, glad we set that up.
Yeah.
We're going to go have some lunch.
Okay.
We're back with our guests. We are back, and we are happy to re-welcome for the second time, the great Steve-O, everybody. He's back.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks for
Good to be
coming,
here,
man.
guys. Yeah, for sure. Thank
Welcome.
you. I'm always struck by your numbers, how fucking successful you guys are.
Oh,
It's really good, man.
Thanks, man. We've been nerding out because it took us a while to get, it's been a while now, but we were telling you we just saw finally the last Jackass that came out.
So good.
Is it Jackass Forever? I forget what it's
It
called.
was called Jackass Forever, yeah.
Dude, it is so fucking funny. I forgot how hard I could laugh in a movie, you know, because a lot of comedies, standard scripted comedies that come out, you're like, yeah, that was all right, or it had funny moments. But you laugh so hard.
I laughed really hard the first time I
It's so
saw
funny, man.
the Silence of the Lambs bit, where I laughed so fucking hard at that.
I thought you were going to say when that's the hardest you laughed in a movie was Silence of the Lambs, but I was like, all right. Like everyone's got different taste. Yeah, you had so many fucking hilarious bits in this thing. And you integrated, that was a tough thing. You integrated new people, kids in their, I guess, 20s or 30s maybe, but
yeah, I think everyone was in their 30s.
But the dynamic is it really worked.
It did. And let me tell you that, number one, when I heard from Knoxville on what was, I believe, a group text that
Mm-hmm.
he was actually looking to make a 4th movie after 10 years
so long.
there being no Jackass. I was probably more shocked than anybody. I was so thoroughly convinced that the ship had sailed, that it was done. And I was like, man, I'm glad that I really put some hustle into getting my own stuff going.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Knoxville was like, hey guys, I want to do another one. I want to get the band back together.
Wow.
And I was so shocked. And then the next piece of information, when we all got together and met at a restaurant to kind of talk about it, and they said, we're thinking about bringing in, fresh blood, younger people to freshen it up.
Yeah.
I can tell you that of all of the supporting cast, not one of us loved that idea.
Well, of course. It's horrible. But
we were like, wait, huh?
Dude.
The fuck?
And not only that, the fact that you could find Rachel Wolfson, who I'm a huge fan of, and she hung with you guys
She was great.
so wonderful.
Yeah.
She was so perfect, and you just crushed it. Eric Andre, and
I don't know
loved
that
it.
Eric Andre was more of a cameo situation.
But that was a
Still, it
great
was fun
cameo.
to
Oh
have him
yeah,
in
and it
there.
was and it was what do you call it? An aggravated cameo.
By the way, I wanted to ask this. When you're filming, because you know how in life, if somebody fucks with you, that it's kind of a natural reaction where you can go with it, or obviously people can react angrily, right? You know what I mean? If somebody pranks you in some way.
Sure.
Does your mind shift over when you're filming? Because I remember like one of the bits or one of the things is you're just leaving your trailer at one point, and like I forget if it was like a football or something, just rockets at you.
It was even more. It was even more invasive. I was leaving the shitter.
The porta potty.
You know, like Eminem. Eminem had like it was like hyperbole in the Eminem song. He's like, "You're waiting outside the bathroom when I'm taking a shit." It's like precisely that, except to assault you.
Right. But you roll with it, right?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
But is that you every day, or that's you with these dudes in this context?
It's context. It's all about
right?
context.
'Cause I feel like I would lose my goddamn mind.
You know, when I lose my mind, and it happened like 2 days ago, like someone just reaching and grabbing my nipple and twisting
Like a stranger?
Yeah, a stranger.
People do that to you all the time?
Like that. Just that is just at the top of the heap of shit that pisses me off so much. You know, it's like wait a second, I just stopped to take a photo with you, and like actually it was even worse. I stopped to take a photo with someone else, and then because I stopped, like, you know, then people start like it looks like a fucking zombie movie. Like you just like there's all these zombies walking towards you. Yeah. And it was just someone who took advantage of the opportunity because I was stopped to come over and do that. I said, you know what? Fuck you for doing that.
Oh my God.
You know, I was pretty chipper about how I said it. I was like, hey, you know what? Fuck
it's
you
not
for
cool
doing that. That was super not cool.
So is there also, because I've worked on television shows before, I worked on a show where I picked up hitchhikers.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
For some reason, because there was cameras rolling and it was a TV production, in my mind, I was like, yeah, I can't get hurt here. Like, is there an element of that disbelief when you're making this movie? Of like, hey, how bad can this really?
They know they can.
You know at this point, right?
You know what's funny was that it was the third movie that I got sober for. I was not sober for everything through the second movie. As we were, preparing to shoot the third movie, now newly sober, and I asked for the first time in what was over a decade, I think, at that point. I said, "Hey, what happens if somebody gets like really, really like permanently injured or killed?" and I was like, is there like insurance or that? And they said, "Oh no, like standard workman's comp applies to that." It's like workman's comp kicks in.
Cool.
Yeah, and
was that like $3,200 a month?
You would imagine that like my asking that question that I was like a new responsible guy, but I was like, oh, workman's comp, okay, like I don't understand that. Like on to the next one.
You're like, I'm good then.
I'm no better informed as I sit here today.
Dude, the other bit that I also love that you guys incorporated was you had that one of the new young guys, this black kid, and his dad. His dad was like hardcore.
Right.
That fucking every time you guys incorporated him, it was
Dark
fucking
Shark.
Dark Shark.
That
was fucking
so funny, dude.
God damn, that was so funny.
The kid is Jasper.
Jasper, that's his name.
And he came
Dark
into it. He came into it through Tyler, the Creators.
Oh yeah,
he's like part of the Odd Future cast. Which made a television show with Dick House, the production company behind Jackass, and this MTV show is called Loiter Squad. Was it MTV? Maybe it was something else, but they made a show called Loiter Squad, and I think a lot of people affectionately referred to it as Black Ass.
Okay, Black Ass.
It was kind of like
It's amazing,
dude. The way he introduced his father to, like, as a character, he says something like, my dad's from the hood and he doesn't like anything that's not like hood shit. He's like, anything with like animals, he's gonna not react. And it was like the perfect setup.
It was, and credit to Jasper, because I think they needed that as a pickup shot too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It was perfect, man.
Wow.
Yeah, so many funny bits. By the way, I just saw Instagram the other day where Pontius breaks a bottle over your head?
Oh yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? I was like, what are you doing? That looks horrible.
There was a comment on that Instagram post. It said, CTE has entered the chat.
Bro, that looks, and the crazy thing is that that first one
the sound of it was awful.
and it doesn't break, and then you're like, do it again.
You got to hear it. That,
Dude.
That's where it broke, but let it replay so you can hear it.
I'm ringing. My head's ringing.
Yeah, dude.
It's okay.
Now, here, I'll tell you the motivation for that. And
please, take me through the whole motivation.
candidly, that was a recycled clip. So it wasn't, we didn't shoot this the other day.
Thank
This is something that I had been sitting on. And there was something that was really bothering me since 2013 when
You were having clear thoughts? And you're like, I need to fucking...
When I started my YouTube channel, one of the first videos that I put on there, I put up 2 at the same time. So I launched the channel with a video called Steve-O versus Beer Bottle. And in this video, Chris Pontius broke a beer bottle over my head, first try. And everybody said it was fake. Like, I mean, literally, the comments were just, they're like, fake. And I'm like, ugh. I'm like, I don't fake shit. You know, I'm like, I've always maintained, like, if I deceive.
Yeah, no, it's your brand. You have to stand by it.
I mean, it's one thing. It's not to say I would never do a sketch or anything. What I wouldn't do is deceive my audience.
Make them think you did something. Yeah.
Once you deceive, if I ever deceive my audience, then everything I've ever done is going to come into question. I'm not willing to do that. So it's just been bothering me. And I was like, let me do it again. Let me do it again, and like to really find a way to impress upon people that it wasn't fucking fake. And thank God, by chance, it didn't break the first time. And if that's not gonna show you that
this has been stuck in your craw since 2013.
I totally get this, though. That makes more sense.
Right.
You're so fired up.
I never thought I could see someone doing that in video and have an explanation. I go, this is reasonable. But I feel like I do. Now, how fucking bad does that hurt? I mean, it seems like...
I mean, it's not good. You don't want to do it all the time, but...
It left a lump, I'm assuming, too, right?
It left a lump. Yeah, there's definitely a lump.
How you're able to fucking move around is always fucking...
Yeah. Now, I'm less concerned about this one because this was sort of an isolated one. You know, like when it comes to CTE, the concern is not like as much like the big heavy ones as it is like the
little dings,
the accumulation of thousands of them.
Sure.
You know, that's why football players are having trouble these days.
There's so many hits. It's like so many.
And man, do I regret this one behavior I had. But when Jackass first came out. And it came out in the year 2000, October of 2000. So we just celebrated 22 years. And in spring of 2001, very shortly thereafter, I started this "Don't Try This at Home" tour. It was it was born of just a random personal appearance where I was paid to show up at a nightclub. But when I found myself at the nightclub, I was noticing a stage, and I was like, oh, there's a stage. I'm going to go get on this stage. And I got on the stage and just started doing fucked up shit. And like 1,000 or so people came over to the stage and just sat there and watched me do fucked up shit for like an hour.
It's amazing.
And so I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess we should have a show and make a tour. And so we started booking this Don't Try This at Home tour where the idea was for me to perform strictly stunts that were not allowed on television.
Mm-hmm.
And I promoted the tour by saying, I will be drunk and on drugs or your money back.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I forgot what the fucking point was, but I started, what were we saying before that? I was... the upsetting behavior. As part of this Don't Try This at Home tour, every fucking show, was upsetting. Like, I'd break a light bulb over my head. And with the broken glass, I would slash my tongue and bleed all over myself. That's why in those pictures you see them covered in blood.
Yeah.
Every night, covered in blood. Then I would chew and swallow the glass.
What? Wait a minute. No. Don't just gloss over this. So you swallow glass. Does it cut up your esophagus?
You can actually, I think, swallow like a pin, and you're gonna be okay.
What?
Like, your body's like pretty good at accommodating shit like that.
Accommodating glass.
And the idea too is that you chew it up into sand effectively, which is terrible for your teeth. It's like chewing and swallowing glass. It's like a sideshow circus thing. Mostly, it's just bad for your teeth. But I would do that. I would do that every night. I would do that every night. I would staple my ball sack to my leg.
These are all the little dings then, right? Like
the dings to my head though.
Right.
Yeah.
My entrance on that tour every single night, I'd walk out with either like 2 12-packs of Budweiser cans or like a 24-case suitcase. And I'd walk out to the Slayer song, and roughly when the song broke, I would take a can and pop, like bash it against my head until the can exploded, and then I would take out 2 cans. I would throw a couple of cans out to the audience, and then I would take a can in each hand and go back and forth, and it would visually look pretty cool when the can broke on my head, like spraying everywhere, and then I'd be like drinking it, holding it up, and but that was like hundreds of hits.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, probably as far as little dings, like I would say at least 50 per night.
Whoa.
And I would be really aggressive. Now, what's worse? When I started doing stand-up in sobriety, there was a period when I went out and did that with fucking carbonated water.
Oh my God.
And it got to a point where I would like wake up in the morning, get out of bed, and kind of be walking sideways because I was like, this
let me ask you this
good.
though, because of what you've done, and because you actually have this awareness of it, do you find yourself like monitoring your own, like mental capacity and like your
I mean that the breaking cans on my head out of everything does make me nervous.
But you haven't do you go and like go, I'm going to get neurologically tested?
I've been. I mean, I think everybody knows that you can't identify CTE in a brain, without the person having passed and opening.
They just
up
have signs of it. Right.
Right. But with that said, I went to some kind of a brain specialist who hooked me up to all kinds of machines and said that my brain looked good, which seems like it seems like a kind of an idiotic.
You know what the crazy thing is though? Like in football in the NFL, there are people that have like clear brain damage, right, from playing.
Oh yeah.
And there's guys also who had 10, 12, 15-year careers who are complete, and you're like, how? And it's like, because we're all different shells and we're going to not all respond the same way.
Dude, it's so crazy that you say that, because Tony Hawk told me at one point. I don't remember how it came up. Maybe we were talking about CTE, but he said, man, I heard that there is a particular gene that some people have which makes them predisposed to developing Alzheimer's disease. And apparently that specific gene is linked to risk for CTE.
Makes
like
sense.
if you don't have the gene, then you're not necessarily in the clear, but you're way less high risk.
Yeah.
And he said, as soon as I found out, I went and got the test, and he said, and I didn't have the gene. It's like, oh. And I remember like kind of coming away from that thinking, okay. And it was just sort of like eating at me a little bit. I finally reached back out to him. I was like, hey, Tony, what were you going to do if you did have the gene? You know, like, because we already hit our heads. You know, like, the fuck are you going to, he was like, oh, I didn't have a plan. And I was like, oh, okay. Because, well, I have a plan. I'm not getting that fucking test.
I mean, be scared more. That's my plan.
So, I mean, we're all worried about your head, but what about your balls? I mean, you've been stapling them to your legs. Now, is there a technique that you have to preserve the skin? Do you know exactly where you can do that? Because I remember you talking about this on Stern like 15 years ago.
It's all about skincare.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we've got podcast sponsors for this.
Yeah,
You know?
Do you ever wait till they're hanging? Like, because balls can go tight and loose, right?
Well, okay. The stapling of the ball sack to the leg, it typically would be more painful on the leg. I think maybe not, maybe about the same, but it wasn't ever too crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, how is it? So do you think you're just more you don't feel pain as much as?
Oh no, I feel pain. I'm just such an attention whore that my overdeveloped need for attention outweighs my desire for comfort.
Gotcha. Super healthy.
A hard kick in the nuts. What I've learned from a lifetime of terrible decisions is available everywhere you can buy books. I hope that sentence is in there. If not, you should reprint.
I'm sure it is. Yeah, I make it very clear that that I'm a rabid attention whore, and that drives me in everything that I do.
What made you do the book? Was it like?
Well, I had my first book was a traditional memoir. Came out in 2011. My proudest thing I've ever done, I would say. It's
really,
yeah. I was really. It's just really a great book, and as all the time passed and the first book got older and older, I got to a point I was like, man, I ended up reaching out to my literary agent saying that, it's been 10 years since my last book, and the 10 years have been properly fucking crazy. Like, I think I have another book in me. And the response from the agent was, sadly, memoir part 2 is not a thing. And so what you need to do is figure out like some kind of a format, some kind of an angle. And I said, all right, well, for what it's worth, on my new tour, I come out on stage and like the first thing I say is like, hey, everybody, well, I'm in a fucking shitty situation. I'm Steve-O in my 40s. And, it's like, gets a laugh. And the idea of confronting middle age is like at the forefront of my consciousness. So I said, maybe I'd make it a guide to middle age. And that was sort of what got us started with it. Then I thought, well, I'm like Matthew McConaughey. Like I get older, they just stay the same age. Like my audience is so much younger. Like why would I alienate my audience? Why would I alienate my younger audience by making a book about middle age? Like that's silly. So it broadened to a book of general wisdom gleaned from a lifetime of terrible decisions. And it's basically just a vehicle for me to spill out like just how fucked up my life has been for the last 10 years and, assign to it like, in some cases, like arguably genuinely wise fucking takeaways.
Sounds like a great gift book too. Someone you can be like, this guy has made a lot of bad choices. I want you to read this. Okay? Like, give it to your kid.
It's basically like 90% like, wow, this guy's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And like 10%, he might have actually learned something from that.
Yes. What did you learn? What's the biggest? I mean, you've arguably done everything. So what's exciting to you now?
Well, I mean, those are two very distinctly different questions.
Yes.
Like what have I learned? And I think that like every chapter is kind of addresses a different thing. The first chapter, for example, is don't be afraid of dying. Be afraid of getting old.
Yeah.
Like that, like getting old is way fucking scarier than being dead.
Yeah.
Like if there's any problem with being dead, we've all got a pretty bad problem.
Also, like getting old too is like, I don't know, like this is kind of semantics, but it's like being old is different than aging. Do you know what I mean? Like seeing the number tick up, you see people, there's people who are in their 70s and 80s that like live life. There's people who turn 60 and accept that I am going to downshift into the casual pace of like being old, and then they just don't really enjoy life anymore. That seems scarier to me.
For sure. And it gets a lot scarier than that. Like for me particularly, because I'm such an attention whore, like to be like the center of attention is just so like important to me. And we live in a society where old age is kind of a party foul. You know, like elderly people serve as a reminder of your mortality.
Sure.
And people want their blinders on. They don't want to think about their mortality.
Yeah.
So we've got this the system by which we just shoo old people away into nursing homes so that we don't have to look at them. And I think, wow, like for me to be elderly and an attention whore, God, is that fucking scary to need to want everyone to look at you, but nobody wants to look at you.
Yeah, you're like an aging hot chick.
Like, for sure.
They're hot their whole life. And then like, how do you deal with that? You know?
But what a scary example. You know, what a scary example. So I talk about that a little bit. Like there's a lot of that. And now there's been a recent development. I had Kevin Smith on my podcast, and I was articulating to him like this terror that I feel about getting old, and he was completely unfazed. He said, "Nah, I can think of people who were old and remained edgy and cool." He says, George Carlin, you know, right there.
True.
He says, Steve-O, I can picture you getting old and being kind of like George Carlin, still like crazy and cool, and and I fucking latched onto that like a drowning man latches onto a life preserver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is a good question because you like right now I'm on the TikTok and I follow Madonna, and there's somebody who was like the hottest shit their whole lives, and now she's entering the latter part of her life, and it's like, well, how does one maintain rock stardom? How do you continue to do it? And is this the right way? You know, you have to find your way. Like, what's gonna work for you? And
it's tough. Yeah, it's tough. Are we disparaging Madonna over
No,
here?
I know. It's hey, potato. Like she's the queen of it all, and I'm looking to her for inspiration. Really, is this how it is done? I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm not accusing you of being disparaging of Madonna.
How
I
dare
just think that it's really like what I think is scary, and this is not pro or con, but that Madonna seems to be an example of someone who really still craves the spotlight.
Right.
Beyond a time when it seems like it might make a lot of sense.
So that
to do
resonates with you then, right?
Right.
Big time.
But then how, but maybe there is a way, I'm saying, to maintain the spotlight. But what I think her approach is like, I'm going to co-opt what the really, really young kids are doing and just do it at my age. And to me, I don't think that necessarily works.
Because what Carlin did, if you're keeping in that line of thinking, was I'll keep creating my art and performing it, but I'm not doing it for, it's coming naturally. In other words, like it's this next hour of thoughts and ideas and opinions, and here they are, but they're not like, I hope the kids like this. People just came to it.
Because his last special, his opening joke, wasn't it, fuck Lance Armstrong?
Well, I don't know if that was the
Was that the last special?
No, that was before that one.
The second to last one,
Second
literally,
one, yeah.
fuck Lance Armstrong.
And fuck Tiger Woods too.
Yeah,
Don't tell me who my heroes are. Fuck you.
Fantastic, because he leaned into being a curmudgeon-y old guy.
Really worked.
So maybe it's leaning into like who you are, your essence, versus trying to co-opt.
Well, I want to ask you this, because there's this actual real data that shows that people who do extreme things, and you would fall into that category, have a different baseline of like a dopamine hit than people who live just like, let's say, your normal life, right? People who just get up and go to work, they can get a dopamine hit from like seeing a fucking firework go off. Like, look at that shit. And then people who have, jumped out of planes and fucking set themselves on fire.
People who have jacked off while jumping out of a plane.
There you go. That's right. They have a different baseline, and that actually doesn't reset itself. It becomes a different baseline, right? Like, you're not going to be as excited by things that most people have. So what gets you a dopamine hit? What kind of excites you?
Well, right. And there's so much to that too, especially like, I was on this great podcast with Mark Norman and Sam Morrill. We Might Be Drunk.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, We Might Be Drunk. And they were like, man, like, they were trying to understand, like, what do you do for fun? Like, you can't go out drinking, and I was like, well, I mean, I thought that's kind of sad, that they need to drink to have fun, but yeah, there's a lot to that. And I was like, well, I basically just never want to stop working, like, I think what satisfies me is accomplishments. you know, which sounds rich coming from the guy who shoves shit up his ass for a living. But
hey, but you're the
like
best
writing
guy
a book, like
You're the
writing
guy.
another book.
right,
Yeah.
like writing another book for sure. Like, you know, I've got my Wild Ride podcast. I'm super invested in just constantly agonizing over trying to get great guests.
Sure.
You know, like booking a great guest, like that gives me the hit. You know? Like,
that makes sense.
And you know, not to you know, put myself down for the nature of what I've done. Like I do a lot, man. Like every week, at least every 2 weeks, I have a new upload on 4 different YouTube channels. I've got my main channel for like sort of marquee content that I really agonize over. I've got my podcast channel. I've got my podcast clips channel, and I've got my Spanish language channel where a guy with a shitty voice speaks in Spanish overdubbed on my content, you know? That's a lot of work. You know, I've got my tour and fuck, I tore my ass
So
off. Like,
working gives you
Yeah.
that hit then.
yeah, we're working.
You're married now, yeah?
I'm still engaged.
Hey! Well, I remember seeing you guys on Instagram. I think God, you guys are like so adorable, and you were like lifting her up in a hotel room, and I think.
Right. Well,
effing-
yeah. I mean, Instagram got distinctly more sensitive. We used
Pussies.
we used to be like properly butt naked
Yes,
and just
I
positioned
loved
in a
it.
certain way that
Yeah.
we covered each other's
Yeah.
privates.
Yeah.
That's not cool anymore.
Bunch of fucking babies.
I know. It's really
That's why
upsetting.
I loved your
That's
photographs
all
with her. I'm
Zuckerberg,
like,
man.
These
It's all
two
fucking
are,
Zuckerberg.
yeah, these two were so attractive naked. Oh well.
Yeah.
I miss that. I miss those photos. I really wish you could start an OnlyFans.
Right.
There's your next project.
Yeah. I'm thinking about that.
You could actually
You
and
really
do
could.
X-rated stunts.
You don't have to do it X-rated. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started a uncensored page
Really?
called steveraw.com. And like I just it was almost just knee jerk because social media has gotten so sensitive and so
Yeah.
fucking uptight.
Babies.
And community guidelines. So I was like, give me a fucking place. But yeah, you got to confirm you're over 18, and then there's my dick. You like my little avatar? It's my head on a butthole.
I do. I really do.
I miss
that. That's the picture.
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah,
was
okay, there
talking
you go.
about.
That's
You guys
the
are
one.
so beautiful
Yep.
together. I was so happy for you that you found love.
Yeah, that one I can
love
see
that.
where that might be simulating
art.
sex.
It's art.
That's sort of, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that one I'm not mad at them for taking down.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me tell you, Steve-O, I love you. I've loved everything that you and your crew have done in the last 20 years. I think it's like it never stops being entertaining. I think to watch somebody do something you wish you could do, you know, like you're so out there, and it just satisfies a need. It's like a primal need to watch someone fuck themselves up. It's
Well,
great.
thank you.
Yeah.
I like to think.
Sure is.
I think this applies to you guys, to all entertainers. You know, I could say that what I do, one could say that what I do is not important. You know, that what Jackass, you know, what we do. However, I submit that arguably most people have tough days. You know, like maybe they don't love their job. I think that's most people.
A lot of people,
Are
yeah.
not passionate about what they do for a living. A lot of people like aren't in happy relationships. You know, a lot of people have health concerns. You know, like health. There's a lot of people with a lot of fucking stress, and I don't purport to do anything that's going to solve anybody's problems, but by distracting people, by creating content that is compelling, entertaining, funny, like whatever, enough to distract people from their stressors.
Yes.
Like that's a noble fucking cause.
It sure
man.
is, and that's the function of what you guys do. Because
For sure.
when I watch you guys, like I said, for 20 years, I'm not thinking about my fucking kids being annoying or the
Sure.
life. It just takes you into, and we were talking about it when we talked about the last movie on this podcast, is that you feel like you know this crew.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're in on the jokes with you guys. There's some camaraderie there over the years. Like you want to be
Big
friends
time.
we want to be friends with all you guys.
For
It's
sure.
so cool.
For sure.
You guys are like the cool kids, right?
So what we do I've coined a term for us. We are professional distraction therapists.
There you go.
That's a pretty good,
That's
way
so
to describe it.
Distraction therapy, man.
Nothing wrong with
It
that.
is so fun to watch somebody do something and either they should get hurt and they make it and you're like, holy shit, or they do get hurt and you're like, yeah,
right.
That was good.
The dummy of the week.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
You gotta have the dummy of the week.
Here we go. Here's one.
Oh, that's called hanging up.
Hanging up?
Hanging up. Yeah. He hung up.
What'd you hit?
What did you hit?
What'd you hit? Can you breathe?
Yeah.
Just relax.
Oh, he got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, I that's not good for you right there.
It's not good for you.
He hung up on a fakey rock on a 4-foot vert wall. And that skateboarding, you just mentioned your kids.
Yes.
I'm going to take this opportunity to let everybody know about the skateboards.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Right
Let's
here.
hear it.
This is a skateboard I'm holding. It's a Steve-O and Wee Man collab skateboard. It's utterly hilarious. It's got both of us dressed up in heavy metal regalia. We both autographed it.
Nice.
And
Very
two
cool.
things are important about this. This one is for your boy.
Oh my
No
God.
way.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Thank
flip
you. Holy
out.
shit. Thank you so much.
And-
It's got Slayer on there.
Yeah,
too.
and those are special Slayer trucks. Now, these
you.
autographed decks are available at stevo.com,
Oh my
as well as
gosh.
all kinds of other cool stuff.
Thank
Dude,
you. He's going
that's
to
very cool.
love
Yeah,
this.
and those are particularly fun wheels to ride. They're kind of softer and faster and smoother.
So cool. Thank you.
He's gonna flip.
He's going to love this.
Yeah, that's a big gift too because I can't ride it through the airport like an asshole now. One of my favorite fucking. I was riding around to your guys' offices here.
Oh, yeah?
I burned through the airport on my skateboard. they're like they get all.
They love it.
Yeah.
That's rad.
That's
who comes
so
up?
rad.
Who tells
Thank
you not
you so
to?
much.
Is it TSA?
Well, actually,
or-
it was at the TSA when we were flying from Detroit last night, and I came through after my girl Lux, and I just wheeled the board over to her, and she stepped on it, and this guy went over to her and said, "Hey, skateboarding through the airport's against the law, and it comes with a $500 ticket." And I was like, "Give me my board back. I'm burning through this airport." There's nothing that would tickle me more than paying $500 to
That's
skate.
it. It's
Yeah,
worth
to
it.
fucking rip through the airport.
Yeah, I mean, that was an insensitive thing to say, but there are plenty of things that would give me more pleasure. But I was willing to pay $500 to skate.
And also, as I'm walking through the Detroit airport, nothing would make me happier than seeing Steve-O skateboarding through
it'd be
there.
rad.
That would make your fucking day.
It really helps. Get through because it can be really challenging to go through public. With being anything that gives me speed can be very helpful.
Dude, you know that remember when the hoverboards first came out? Right?
Yeah,
the ones you just
the ones
lean
that
on?
exploded and caught airplanes on fire.
Dude, but I remember I don't think I had seen one in person. Maybe I had heard about it. So this is 2013
It's a little
or
bit
something.
misleading to call that a hoverboard.
Well, yeah, but
That's not.
but
That's a
I
pogo
saw
ball with.
I saw the kind where you lean forward, not the ball in the
That's
middle.
a one wheel.
Yeah, so that kind. I'm on this flight and I'm sitting next to Omarion, the R&B singer.
Oh wow!
And
there you go.
He has the flat one though, right? Like that.
Yeah.
I don't see it on the flight. When we land at the airport. I'm right behind him, so he goes like this, and on the jet bridge, he pulls out from his backpack, puts it out, and you just see him just go up the jet bridge like that. And I was like, "Holy shit!" And then that dude just went through the airport like that.
I have a couple of things I want to share with you. I was on Dancing with the Stars with Steve Wozniak.
Oh yeah.
And I had a back injury. That's part of in my training, I hurt my back, and I told the Woz, I said, Woz, I'm thinking about getting a MacBook Air because my back hurts and my backpack's too heavy. And he says, I'll go with you to the Apple store. You can use my 10% employee discount.
Stop.
And there was no fucking way.
Yeah.
There was no fucking way that I was going to turn down.
No way.
And not only did I go to the Apple store with the Woz, but we rode his Segways together. Fucking cool.
That's fucking rad.
Yeah,
That's the greatest day.
and the other thing I wanted to share with you guys is that the last video I put up on my main YouTube channel was called it's called Humiliating and Illegal Behavior That Got Me Banned for Life. And I run through all of the official lifetime bans, you know, among them an entire county in Louisiana, which is called a parish for some odd reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Terrebonne Parish. There was
Please say Margaritaville. Are you kicked out of Margaritaville?
No, a couple of casinos. There was I mean, there were like 6 really good ones, and one of them was Delta Airlines because of the time when I was escorted off the flight by federal agents for smoking on the plane.
Oh,
and that footage had never. It was a long time ago, 2004, and I was flying a lot at the time. Every flight they said this is a non-smoking flight. And federal law prohibits tampering with the smoke detector in the lavatory.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, I'm not even going to go in the lavatory, you know, so it's clearly not going to be a federal offense if I tamper with a cigarette in my seat. Like, hit me with a misdemeanor. That sounds great. I'm going to get some footage smoking. And I was very drunk, and I was very, you know, it turned out it is a federaal offense to disregard the instructions of flight attendants. There was like there was kind of a lot federal going on. And the footage never, I came up with the idea for this video, and I just dug in and I found the footage. I put it out for the first time ever. And by drawing attention to the fact that I had an official lifetime ban from Delta, I had some nerves checking in at Delta yesterday.
Oh, right.
You know, but I want to say that they were super cool.
Okay.
I'm incredibly loyal American Airlines customer, and it kind of pains me to say that my first Delta flight in well over a decade was yesterday, and I was shocked at the quality of the food. And they're
good or bad?
Unbelievably good.
Yeah,
it was so fucking fresh and good. I was like, the bathroom looked.
What entree did you have?
It was a shrimp salad.
Oh wow!
Huge shrimp.
Yeah.
So
super fresh.
That lifetime nothing came up. They don't.
Yeah, they didn't. It didn't come up. There's a couple that didn't stick. The MGM Grand.
Oh.
The MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Apparently they forgot.
Well, they got a long list of people. I imagine in Vegas it's every day some asshole gets
for sure.
banned,
What happened when you got escorted off the flight, though?
It was in Panama City, Florida. You know what's interesting? They just kind of let me go.
They did?
But I definitely got a $10,000 fine. Yeah.
For the cigarette?
For sure. Well, I'd smoked 2, and I put both of them out on my flesh.
10 grand?
Yeah, the second one was the disregarding the instructions.
Did they
of the
process you? Like, did they?
No. It was catch and release. They
got you off the plane.
They got my info. They made sure that I was going to be accountable for the fine. But I never had a criminal proceeding. It was just a civil matter and a hefty fine and a lifetime ban from Delta, which clearly didn't stick.
Holy shit!
And I hope that I'm not drawing too much attention to Delta because I want to.
You are.
I want to reiterate what a great experience I had on the flight, and I'm not even just making that up. I'm actually
I think it's the king of the airlines right now because I fly American too and United. Yeah. Not as good as Delta.
Dude, I'm actually questioning my loyalty to American Airlines.
You hear that shit?
I'm also questioning their failure to invite me into the concierge key club.
That key club is nice.
Are you in?
Good.
I'm not in. But
can Bert gloat anymore?
He's very, very proud of his concierge key status.
Has he maintained it with all the tour bus shit?
I don't think so. I think he's probably it's probably dropping off. Yeah.
Cast aside.
Yeah.
Yeah, American Airlines better step up and get me in the concierge key.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Delta's looking really good.
Delta One.
Silver medallion.
That's their primo.
What other grudges can I?
I used to like Delta Amy. Remember when she would come on?
Oh,
she was the
redhead,
one,
yeah.
And I heard there was beef with Delta Amy, that the other flight attendants were jealous.
And then she moved on. She moved on.
She was great.
Yeah.
Oh, she was great. That's not Delta Amy.
She is.
She was the one that did the announcements.
Airlines, yeah.
And also, see me at the DC Improv November 3rd, November 4th and 5th. I'm at Caroline's in Judork Titties. November 18th in Biloxi. November 19th in Ben Salem. And then Dania Beach.
Those people are great.
Beach.
All those Joel clubs
December
are
2nd
great.
and 3rd. Yeah, they really know how to do it up right. And
Yeah.
the food is delicious.
Yeah.
Always good food.
Dude, all these comedy clubs coming out with the killer fucking huge LED video wall.
Yeah, I know.
Like you can see skyjacking on there really well. Yeah, that 4K cum flying everywhere. It's great.
Pretty rad.
It's super rad.
That's pretty rad. Here's another video we got of somebody just joshing around, being a goofball.
Oh no! Oh, that was a death, dude. Don't show me a death.
I haven't seen it yet. I think he's all right.
Dude, he's not all right, dude.
I think he's fine.
No, dude.
Tell them they put it in there.
Dude, what's your problem, guys? That's gonna get that's gonna get this podcast fucking taken down by goddamn YouTube. You
think it
can't
was
show
funny?
deaths. No, it's not fucking funny. And how am I gonna sell tickets in Vegas if you get this taken down with that fucking shit?
Jesus. Where did you find that?
Take that out.
Fuck.
Where'd you find that?
That was a death.
That was just on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, that's not allowed on YouTube, pal.
Oops. Yeah, I'll never again, guys.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Have you ever done that?
Christ.
Have you ever done anything close to that?
I've had close calls with that. Man, that
Yo,
ruined my
'cause
day.
I know. Your day?
That comment made my day.
Everything was going great until then.
Here, let's liven it up. Let's liven
I
it up.
wanted to do a Spidey cosplay last night, but everybody's like, haha, waiting for the queef. So I made a video. What, do you guys want me to come in like this?
Here's your opening act. You gotta hire this guy.
Like, can I just post a thirst trap without being like, let one rip?
Oh, wow. I like her.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
I could see her being with you. Can I ask?
That helped. That helped. I'm still highly traumatized.
Yeah. Can I ask you though, how many times have you jumped into a swimming pool from like a second story balcony?
Oh my God, that
like
was
so many, right?
That was my specialty. Early on, like I was actually.
How did I know?
I was actually fairly one-dimensional in my like urban high diving, like
shit.
And it was like 3 stories. Like I would do like a flip off a 3-story building roof into 4 feet of water.
Fuck. Well, how do you not like break your legs? I mean, how are you landing?
You want to make sure that it's not a pretty landing, you know? And if it is, you want to curve in and lean back so that you slide along the bottom of the pool like a baseball player sliding in when they steal second base.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we have a pool that you can jump from like a second story ledge into. And I see my boys eyeballing that shit. And I'm just like, one of these days, these fuckers are going to do it. I know.
But that was how I started. Was
Yeah,
I knew
it.
The
I
second
fucking
floor
knew it.
balcony and figured out then I'd go to the 3rd floor balcony. Then I'd climb on the roof. Now the curve in and slide along the bottom technique, like when you get to 4 stories, then you curve in and your butt crashes on the bottom of the pool and it hurts and that's not good.
Fuck. And so that guy's definitely hurt, the guy that jumped and tried to get
Oh my God, that was nothing but head and concrete. Like with not only downward momentum, but rotation as well. He was spinning into it.
Yeah.
There's no chance that guy survived that.
There's a chance.
No, there's not. That was nothing but head and concrete.
God damn it, you guys.
And his teeth are missing for sure, right? At least
His
no
teeth were missing. He's not with us anymore.
I am not happy. Do you want to show him your TikToks?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Are you into
Does he know
TikToks
that you
yet?
curate TikToks?
Are you on TikTok yet?
I am, and it frustrates me because TikTok is the most pussified platform.
Oh, you're
Like,
telling me everything I put up gets violated, community guidelines gets pulled. I have to
100%.
every fucking day. I'm fighting with them, but I curate the finest TikTok videos.
They allow you more community guidelines violations than any other platform, though. I think they know how pussy they are. So
they
they're like,
suck
okay,
so
you know, like we're dinging people so much, we gotta like give
them a.
They're such homos.
14th chance.
It's like this is like 30th strike. You're out.
All right, Christina has curated some TikToks for you.
But these are
Since
mine.
so many of you had questions about sexy talking, here's an exercise for you. You're just going to say hello, but very, very slowly. First, say hello in your normal speaking voice. Hello. Now slow it down.
Are you hard yet?
Awesome. Next, get really excited and get a little higher up in your range.
There is zero question in my mind
going to
that
pretend
there's an
that-
audience for this.
Yeah.
That's really legitimately turned on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello.
I mean, what I'm
You
saying is
think
that
so?
there are people out there that are absolutely beating off to that. And worth noting that I don't see like teeth being a problem for her.
Very nice. She's sexy.
Yeah.
We're really tired to access that lower range of our voice. These exercises are great if you're a beginner singer, but they're also good if you just need a variety in your practice. Please comment below with any questions, and if you're interested in voice lessons, visit my website,
She's all tongue.
votemusic.org.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of tongue in that mouth.
Yeah.
Poor girl. But she knows what she's doing. I mean, she's not wrong. This
Right.
is how you do it. Sexy talking.
Yeah.
Michelle, what are you waiting on?
How good was the Dahmer show?
Fucking top notch.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He would have taken him to the back
I mean,
room.
I wish I wish it was like 6 episodes instead of 10. I mean, I got
I
frustrated.
can't watch it. He gets hard to it every night.
I
He
got
loves it.
frustrated. I was like, man, I'm gonna start hitting that fucking 15-second forward button.
Yeah.
Like,
Too slow for you.
At times.
Yeah.
It would have been. It could have been a lot better if it was 6 episodes, maybe even 8, but not 10.
You feel like you just want to get to the kill, right? Because last night he's deep into it. It's like midnight, and I'm like, has he finally fucked a corpse yet? He's like, no, he hasn't done it yet. And I'm like, well, how many hours before he fucks something dead?
Well, they use a particular storytelling device where they would go back in time,
Yeah.
present time.
They Tarantino'd it up.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's really good, and there is a little bit of a less is more, approach to it. And there are certain parts of it that work slow. There's just certain parts of it that don't work
You want
slow.
it to pace up.
Overall, however, it's so good. It's just so good.
scared.
Okay, so you're not done with it yet?
No.
Isn't it great when you watch a story that's based on a scripted show that's based on a true story?
Yeah.
And then as soon as it's over, you just start like
Getting in that
searching
hole,
YouTube for the real stuff.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh man,
I moved there the year that they arrested him as a kid.
Just because you're so into him?
Yeah, so I
Want
was
to be
like,
a part of it?
I go, I sense that there's a killer in Milwaukee, and then we moved there, and then so 91 is when we moved to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So that was, believe me, the most dominant story.
You look so cute with your
I mean, dude, it's just
when you got your hair cut.
It's really good, and like at the end of it, they're talking about like they're at the end of it, they're talking about how the father is trying to sell the movie rights to the story.
Yeah.
And he's like, who would play, they're asking like who like what actors would play. And it's so fucking like unsettling to watch an actor saying that.
Yeah.
About like
Yeah.
like what they're saying is so fucking upsetting of an idea, and what we're actually consuming is the idea manifest.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
skateboard took off on its own.
Oh my God. That's
Your
Dahmer's
dog is
spirit.
riding a skateboard.
But yeah, it's great, man.
It's fucking fantastic. That kid, that guy, that actor is phenomenal. He's really good.
He's really good.
This is him. This
How
is
about
his
Full
TikTok.
access to be my queen, to be the king's queen.
This is to Michelle.
Take a leap of faith.
Okay.
He doesn't know how, a lot of these guys don't know how TikTok works, and they'll make personal pleas to one girl.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, but everybody in the world sees this, not just Michelle.
I'm not sure everybody in the world saw
But we are helping. We're helping out. Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely helping. Did you see the new celebrity bling ring?
No.
I saw the trailer for it. I want to watch it.
Fantastic.
It's good. I
Is it
remember
good?
when that happened. That was a wild story. Yeah.
Wait, this is on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
It
Wait,
is.
what is it?
They started like these Hollywood kids started like robbing homes of celebs and breaking into cars and
the main characters of this show are so unlikable. It's unbelievable. It's almost a new level of enjoying disliking somebody.
I love that shit so much. It's my favorite. You're like, oh, they're unbearable. I can't stop watching.
Yeah, I can't. This one like is only 3 parts, and I could have stood that being like 6 parts because fuck these people.
Yeah.
This guy is so unlike because he goes back and forth between having remorse and being like, oh man, it was fucking great. Like he cannot make up his mind if he feels bad or if he's
he thinks it's good.
He's just glorifying the living shit out
Well,
of
I
it.
hate his scarf. Any man that wears the double hoop scarf can go fuck himself. I don't like that. And I don't like his stupid fucking hat either. It's a shitty, douchey combination.
There's a guy main character and a girl main character, and it's an absolute toss up which one of them is more unlikable.
all right, we got a new thing to watch.
I can't wait.
Time to wake up. It's your birthday today. Come on, put them feet on the ground and let's take off running.
Okay. Oh.
Now
we finally.
How was your night? Did you sleep good? I'm glad you did, because today is your birthday. 32 years old.
What the
Happy
fuck?
birthday, my fellow king.
It's for a dude.
You are the king
It's for a
of the
dude.
week. You've got the title. Happy birthday. My kings and queens above 18, get on my page and wish Jake a happy birthday.
Jake's
Today he's 32. He's going to be putting his feet on the ground and he's going to be taking off running. He's going to have a good day today.
Yeah, he is.
Hopefully.
With you waking him up
have
like
a
this.
wonderful day.
What a wonderful day.
Everything that you wanted for your birthday.
Oh my
and
God.
you have a big old party for tonight.
Put your feet
with
on
a
the
birthday
ground.
cake.
Hey man, can you get up off of me?
Yes. Somebody contacted me.
Oh my God, we get it.
And let me know
It's your birthday.
that today
Is your birthday. Yeah.
And they wanted me to
So tell you, wish you happy birthday. So
you are getting a
get
special
breakfast
request.
and put your feet on the ground.
Actually, you're getting a special birthday shout out.
I
from me.
thought
me
massage
to
too. Remember he would give
Happy
massages.
birthday, Jake. You have a wonderful
Happy
day.
day.
I will talk to you soon.
Happy birthday.
Let me know how your birthday went. Send me a message on Kings and Queens above 18.
Okay.
Let me know how you're doing.
Okay.
And I'll answer you back.
Jesus
You
Christ.
guys have a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful birthday, Jake.
Jesus Christ.
Have a good one, buddy.
How much would you love this for your birthday, Steve? When's your next birthday? I can arrange for this.
That's what TLDR is for.
TLDR.
Too long, didn't read.
We'll set it up for you.
Yeah.
Oof, the fan. Look, I really wish you'd just take a moment to appreciate. At first, we just open on the fan. That's a good 5 seconds of just fan. And then he comes into the frame shirtless, hovering over you. Then we find out it's a birthday message. But the birthday message isn't for a queen. It's for a king named Jake.
Yeah.
So he's doing this for a dude,
Right,
which is
so
unprecedented in his world.
It is.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's,
That's what his world is all about.
yeah.
He's what you call a bear.
Yeah.
He's a bear. Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
before
that's-
it was just for girls. This was the beginning. The king just wanted.
Kings and queens. Like I think
No,
that
I didn't put that together.
The implication there is that kings and queens.
Yeah.
It's just like
whatever happens.
But he has a history of
Boobies.
of just being in like doing these for women. So him waking up a guy like this is a new venture.
It's new for us.
Yeah.
We've known the king now for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And he's never gone this direction.
Yeah.
You know who
We're
I'm-
familiar with him.
Yeah, we
Okay.
know this guy. Yeah.
You know who I'm linking up with in Vegas? our boy Pierce Paris.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I mean,
I haven't told him my idea yet.
Dude.
I can't wait.
Yeah. We were talking about trying to tow cars with butt plugs. Like
He's really talented, dude.
You guys
I know.
should be linked up
He really
together
is.
and
Yeah,
doing
for
special
sure.
like X-rated
Pierce,
whatever.
he has a very creative mind and a
Ugh.
body that follows. Like
Yeah.
he really can do.
Very
I
handsome.
mean, we've discussed his.
Oh, that's his work right there. That's his butt plug.
Oh yeah.
From
this one right here.
yeah, that was in his ass when he was in studio.
Oh, shoot, I unplugged myself.
Oh.
That whole butt plug goes up as a
Yeah, it was in
Dude,
his
that's-
asshole.
I was gonna not tell you my idea, but when I see that butt plug, this is an idea I've had for fucking 20 years.
Oh wow.
Okay, it's called butt sumo. Okay, you spray paint a circle on the ground.
Okay.
Sumo wrestling ring. Okay, the two contestants enter. They have their backs to each other.
Okay.
Each contestant inserts one end of a double-ended dildo into their butts. They have to keep the dildo in their butt and crash the other man out of the circle by crashing their butts together.
You guys have to do
Amazing. You have to
You
do
have to do
that.
Yeah,
this.
it's like, I mean, double-ended dildo butt sumo is too long of a title.
Right.
I'm just calling it butt sumo.
this. Yeah, but yeah.
Wow.
That's
and
a
it is
brilliant
about the
idea.
title. When you guys title the segments, it really it is what sells the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Wow.
I think that when we get together, we're just gonna have to discuss how long the double-ended dildo can be. Like
It's key.
That's fucking pretty long.
Yeah,
He can
that's-
put a lot of stuff in his butt. I know
Yeah.
that you occasionally do, but I
Yeah.
don't know if you go big
Not,
like
yeah, not
that.
like that.
No.
I had an interesting conversation with Dr. Terry Dubrow of Botched fame. And he said that before he was a plastic surgeon, he worked in a trauma ward. And in the trauma ward, they had a special drawer for items that needed to be surgically removed from people's rectums. Apparently, it's a thing. It's a common thing.
Yeah, very common. If you talk to anybody that works in ERs, they'll tell you every week, especially in like a major city, like
Right.
always removing things.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, that's one of the
Yeah, you
fucking
guys did that. The
best
car,
bits
right?
ever.
Yeah.
Right,
Tiene un
the
carito
toy
en su
car.
culo. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Haciendo cosas gay y tiene su carito ahí.
it's so counterintuitive
Yeah.
that like such a large log can come out.
Yeah.
But then you got some kind of problem putting things in.
Yeah.
Right. Wait a minute. We've never actually considered this thought on YMH before. Is that it's not a problem coming out.
Right.
Why is it a problem going in?
Well,
Wow.
think-
Wow. This
things
is thought
It
provoking.
can handle a lot of things going in. It's that they
I
get
can't.
stuck in there.
I
And
think
then
that-
things have trouble
Wait,
coming
no,
out.
but
I
what
think
you're
it's,
saying
it's,
is-
it's a question of the O-rings.
Uh-huh.
They're like a one-way fucking...
Like the Challenger shuttle.
Well, he's right because I can make a big dump come out, but
Yeah.
if a finger or a penis tries to go in there, I don't. It hurts. Like, why
Right.
does it hurt going in?
Take it easy. You just got to lube it up and take
No.
it easy. Yeah.
If the size... If the size of a turd... Like coming out of your butt
Yeah.
could be the equivalent of the size of a penis going in your
Yeah.
butt, then there'd be
shouldn't-
no such thing as too big of a penis.
It should be easy peasy, lemon squeezy, but it ain't. We got to ask Dr. Drew about this.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he loves anal, so I'm sure
He
he'll
loves talking about it.
happily
Yeah, he
sell
does a
you
lot of
on
anal.
it. Yeah.
What's
I
the?
had the best conversation with Drew during the pandemic. I was afforded an opportunity to finish this bit from my bucket list show, where the idea was to be knocked out by illegal general anesthesia drugs, and the idea was that this guy, he said that he could put a 4-inch needle into my spine and inject a
Ooh.
drug into my spinal cavity, which would render me paralyzed from the waist down.
An epidural.
Yeah, an epidural, and that he would happily arrange that, while I was in a full sprint. You know, like so he injects the drug, pulls out the needle, and off I go, sprinting like a complete badass. And what's even better is that my bros are just fucking crazy enough that they were down to find out how paralyzed I really was. So it got dark. And
you did this bit?
Oh yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
So did your legs just give out?
Everybody who comes to see me in Vegas gets to see the footage because it's a multimedia show.
Your legs just give out though during it?
Oh yeah, collapsed like a baby giraffe being born.
Wow. And how long did it take?
45 minutes, man. And it got so scary. That's what Dr. Drew told me.
Yeah.
He said, wow, do I hate that idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said,
wow, do I hate that? Wow.
And he said, he went on, I really wish I could talk you out of doing that, but I know I never will, and you're going to do it anyway.
Sure.
So just hear this. Please watch out if you find yourself becoming paralyzed above the waist, because that stuff can back up and then you got systems shutting down on you.
Oh, it's highly, I mean, the epidural is no joke. When they do it to you before you give birth, I mean, he's watched me do it twice. The guy comes in, they line you up. It's very precarious. I mean,
you don't want to do it in the backyard.
It's real, dude.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you can get Steve-O's book, A Hard Kick in the Nuts, What I've Learned from a Lifetime of Terrible Decisions. You can get the skateboard that he put out with Wee Man.
Thank you so much.
You can see him all over on tour. And the website to direct everybody to, would it be Steve-O?
Steve-O.com.
Steve-O.com has probably links to everything, right?
That is the hub of all things Steve-O.
There you go. Dude, it was a pleasure. Thank you for coming back to us.
Thank you so much. Always enjoy.
It's you guys are wonderful. Christina, you've never looked better. You really look absolutely stunning.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's the glow up, as they say.
I got a new haircut.
Yeah, you sober October, man. How's that going?
That's good. It's good. It's good. Yeah. Made my hair grow.
His hair out.
Yeah.
So
really
healthy.
well.
It's so rejuvenating.
It really is.
You know, when Sober October comes up, I think, oh man, that's harsh. And then I realize, oh yeah, I'm always sober.
Yeah, you're sober year round. Yeah,
I know, but like it's just built into me. Like, fuck, man, that's gnarly.
Sounds horrible. I know. Oh, God.
Well, yeah. Thank you, guys. I'm honored to be here. It was a wonderful experience. The first time we did this together, like I think the bar was set pretty high.
People loved it, man. They loved it,
and I think that this one delivered.
It did.
So too.
It did.
Yeah, I wasn't out to like outdo it. This was just.
You did great.
Yeah.
May I ask you one final question before we go? What's the biggest thing you've ever put in your butt?
Ooh.
Wow.
I got really ambitious with a fish on this last Jackass movie.
A fish.
A fish.
A live
and it
one?
just slid out. Like it just
Yeah.
kept sliding out. I had no grip. And the thing was too that for my next hour, I'll be putting together my next hour.
Yeah.
You know, reasonably soon. And that one's going to be called the Steve-O's Gone Too Far tour.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, where I'm going to just literally just do shit that everybody who loves me is begging me not to do.
Great.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, everything on there. One of the things is, you know, it's also an examination of my confronting middle age. You know,
very cool.
how my body's actually breaking down. And like bit by bit, I'm going to kind of address the issues that I'm dealing with in super immature ways, like where I'm lashing out at my middle age. It's great. It's gonna totally push the boundaries, and it's gonna be appropriate because it's about being too old to be doing this shit.
I love it.
One of the ideas involves going to the that because you know at middle age you got to go get the colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm reasonably sure nobody's asked the doctor, how big can I go? You know? And I'm also reasonably sure that the doctor is going to be like, oh, you don't want to put huge things up your butt.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not good.
Yeah.
And I'm also reasonably sure that that's not going to do for me, and I'm going to need a second opinion from Pierce Paris.
It'd be cool if you just have Pierce fuck you.
Well, okay.
You're like, check it out.
I got in trouble with my girl over this one, right? Like the idea is to kind of train. to train to see how big I can go.
Yeah.
And go big.
You have to dilate your asshole, right?
I mean, this is what I'm going to talk to Pierce Paris about when I get to Vegas, And like one of my ideas I was kicking around, there's like, I wanted to take a gun off the streets by melting it down and fitting the entire fucking thing up my ass. Looking at that, it seems totally doable. And that way I can incorporate some fun gun shopping, But I also had an idea of like a clear plastic PVC pipe.
Clear.
Yeah, so you can see,
Yeah.
and
put a camera in there.
So the whole fucking, like, big ass PVC pipe up my butt.
Yeah.
And it could not be open ended on the back. Like, in the back, the part that goes in could be like putting a cup in there, right? So, ostensibly, if I had this big clear PVC pipe that was closed up on the end, Pierce Paris could blow a load into it. and
that's fucking awesome.
Right?
You can see it like a nature documentary.
Well, right. Like, you see, that would...
I don't want to speak for Pierce. But I mean, he'll do it.
I know, but my girl,
that's rad.
I told my girl, I was like, it's not gay. That's not fucking gay.
It's not gay. It's not gay, dude. It's for entertainment and it's science, bro. And
right. It's very, very clinical.
Yeah. It's not gay.
Right.
Yeah.
But my girl actually,
she wouldn't like it.
Yeah. She put her foot down on that one. She said Pontius putting his flaccid penis into the PVC pipe just so that you can, so that it counts as a goal.
Yeah.
I've had a dick up my ass.
Yeah.
Technically, I've been fucked, but actually blowing a load in there's like actually going too far for my girl. But these are just the ideas I'm kicking around for my next hour.
I love it.
We got to wrap on that. You can't top that.
Great.
Well, I am getting double D tits.
Of course.
But yeah, no big deal.
Thanks, Timo.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Fucking bad tooth. Fucking bad tooth. Fucking bad tooth. Look at that fucking bad tooth, folks. Fucking bad tooth. Fucking bad tooth. Look at that fucking bad. Look at that fucking tooth. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that fucking bad tooth, folks. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that fucking bad tooth. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. Look at that fucking bad tooth. That's the way you do it. South. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. Look at that fucking bad tooth. That's the way you do it. South. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. Look at that fucking bad tooth. That's the way you do it. South. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. Look at that fucking bad tooth. That's the way you do it. South. Look at that fucking. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that fucking bad tooth, folks. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that fucking bad tooth. Look at that fucking. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that fucking bad tooth, folks. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that fucking bad tooth. Look at that fucking. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that fucking bad tooth, folks. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that bad tooth. Look at that fucking bad tooth, folks.
Hey, you just watched a full episode of Your Mom's House. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, watch another one. Maybe you'll like that one. They're everywhere. Look, I don't know. They place them in like cubes, squares, whatever it is. Just click another one. Maybe you'll find someone you like or someone will get hurt.